Hey everyone, Nation here, and welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. I'd like to stop and take the time to rank all 17 Ninjago seasons, ranked from the worst to the best. You are free to comment down below your ranking of the Ninjago seasons as well, as this is just my very own opinion. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter, and without further ado, let's just get right into our ranking. Kicking off my list at number 17 has got to go to the latest season, Season 14, The Island. The 4-episode season structure could be good. I mean, rushed, yes. But it still could be good. I mean, look at March of the Ownee. This season could go up higher depending on how season 15 is, because maybe they connect in some way, or maybe they're just one singular story and we just only saw the first part of it. But this was just a waste of a great concept, with Lloyd being the lone ninja and then going rogue on an island, an uncharted island that they know nothing about, also expanding the mythology a lot with these characters that have been trusted by the first Spinjitzu master to guard his amulet, and then you have all of these cool ideas and concepts and everything like that, with the ninja getting captured and them capturing Jay to use him as a gift. I think all of that worked, but they just wasted it because of the 4-episode structure, and most of that stuff wasn't even focused on. I thought that Ronin being revealed as the villain was a horrible idea. I did not like that idea at all, and especially because of what they did with him inside of Season 9, with him joining the Resistance. I didn't think that him becoming a villain in this season worked at all, or how he even knows about this uncharted island. Now, as me being a fan of Ninjago, I was very disappointed, but I'm not saying that you don't have to watch it or you just don't watch it, because it's actually fairly entertaining, and when you're watching the episodes unfold, it's actually pretty fun. The action is still incredible. I do love the animation style here. I love Wild Brain animation, so I just think that there are a few positives inside of it, but the negatives kind of outweigh the positives. Coming in at number 16 for me has got to go to Day of the Departed. Now, I'm not a big hater of this season. I actually really like it. I mean, there are many ideas in here that were pushed into this 45-minute special, and this could have been a great season. Check out that video up above that I did on Halloween, where I basically just kind of gave my pitch for my own Day of the Departed season. But this special is pretty entertaining. It's pretty fun. I love seeing all of the villains coming back. Easily could have been a season, but this special feels stuffed, but also feels so short. Kicking off my top 15 list has got to go to Season 11, Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, the Fire Chapter. I love the animations. The colors attract me with the red and the orange. And I love the idea of just like the ninjas looking for quests. I think that's actually really entertaining, especially because of what we know from March of the Ownee. They just defeated a big bad. Of course, they're not going to have villains to fight, so I thought all of them questing for quests was actually pretty great. And Kai losing his powers is actually pretty great and carries over into the Ice Chapter, which I really did love. But just like her motives, the villain sucks. But at least they treat Wu like a human character, with him having the mistake of actually trusting a snake, and he was one of the first to actually trust a snake. And I think all of that is pretty great because, yeah, Wu is not perfect. He's just like us, a human. Coming in at number 14 for me has got to go to Season 11, Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, the Ice Chapter. Now, it doesn't stand out that well to me, just like how the Fire Chapter did, but objectively, this is better. The Ice Emperor should have been better. I don't think that it should have been Zane. The episodes aren't really that memorable, but they are very entertaining when you're watching it. But I do love the fact that we're in a new environment, we're in a new realm, we have better side stories that contribute to the main story, and also we have great characters like Akita into the mix, which also expands the mythology a lot more than what the island did. Coming in at number 13 for me has got to go to the pilot episodes. I just love this because it's the first time that we're ever seeing our favorite ninja. It also does a great job with introducing us to these characters, and it's just so fun seeing these characters interact with one another. You understand their personalities, you understand their place inside of this whole story, and I just love the fact that it pays the groundwork for the whole entire mythology going forward. And it shows why Ninjago is still going strong till this day, and also it shows how far we've come as fans. Coming in at number 12 for me has got to go to Season 7, The Hands of Time. Obviously, you can tell that the animation degraded here. The budget just got lower. But I kind of like the animation here. Like, I kind of like the orange and blue skies and like the shiny look of them, because, I mean, even though it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look good either. I mean, it's just fascinating to look at, in my opinion. The Hands of Time are actually really good villains. I love their motives. Kai and Nia's parents are a really great addition also. And also, I just think that the interesting idea of just going back in time to the first time the Elemental Masters fought the Hands of Time was just a very great concept. The team chemistry here is fun, but there are very forgettable episodes inside of this season, and the team is mostly split up. Coming in at number 11 for me has got to go to Season 12, Prime Empire. The Jay and Nia relationship here is really good. I do love the emphasis on their relationship inside of this season. Even though it's not the central focus, I do like the relationship here. Unagami is actually a really great villain and very sympathetic, and I love his motives also. Prime Empire has very cool ideas and characters that all work and are very executed well. Like, everything inside of the video game world was actually very interesting, especially with what's going on with the side characters, as well as our main ninja. One of the big standouts to me inside of the season was Lloyd versus Harumi again, and then we also get great characters like Okino and Scott. I just think everything going on in the video game world actually work, but then when it doesn't work, it just comes off as pretty boring, and the season to me just felt like there were a lot of filler episodes. Kicking off my top 10 list has got to go to Season 10, March of the Ownee. Now, it's very rushed, and the Ownee aren't that developed as villains. That's why they're not the best villains to me. But as it is a part of this Ownee and Dragon trilogy with Season 8 and 9, it actually works. Though it is the worst, the team chemistry here is great once again, just like it was inside of the first 2 seasons in this trilogy. And they definitely feel like a family inside of this season. This works better as a TV movie, and I stand that this is a better movie than my second favorite movie of all time, the Lego Ninjago movie. And I gotta say, this feels like the most satisfying conclusion to the Masters of Spinjitzu saga. Coming in at number 9 for me has got to go to Season 6, Skybound. I love the famous but then get framed side of this season. This is how you do Ronin right. He's not just evil and wants to get jewels from an uncharted island that nobody knows about. No, he's going to frame the ninja because he just wants money. But I just love the fact that this season is structured in a way that the ninja get captured by using their wishes. It's done in a smart way, and I love the fact that this is basically like the aftermath of Season 5, and the villain's motives all rely on what the ninja did. That big victory that we had in Season 5, it has consequences for Season 6. It has a nice take on the 3 wishes genie side of things, and Nautica, like I said, is a great villain, and I also do love them solidifying Jay and Nia's relationship. But Nia is very annoying. You can definitely see that the budget here got lower, and Kai kind of sucks inside of this season, but at least they made Jay pretty cool. Coming in at number 8 for me has got to go to Season 1, Rise of the Snakes. I think that every fan of Ninjago this season is very iconic and it's very nostalgic. This is where I started religiously watching Ninjago inside of this season, just like a lot of other people. And I just love seeing the ninja learn more about their golden weapons and also their true potential. And I just think that the mystery of the Green Ninja is one of the best stories told on TV. And having it be Lloyd, someone that we didn't even think was possible, I thought all of that was pretty great. You incorporate those snakes and then those golden weapons, the mythology, the prophecy of the Green Ninja versus the Lord Garmadon. I just think everything inside of this season just pulls on your heartstrings, and you just can't help but feeling nostalgic. Coming in at number 7 for me has got to go to Season 13, Master of the Mountain. Cole is finally getting a season that he deserves. The Spinjitzu burst is so cool, and the central focus on him and his mother is actually pretty great. But I kind of wish that his mom was the villain, or had a little bit more influence on the story. She did have a little connection to the Gremlin and Rock people, which I really do like. The other ninja subplots were boring, but when you're watching it, it's actually pretty interesting and seeing how it all unfolds. But I did wish that the Skull Sorcerer was a better villain. Cole's henchmen, I wish that they were better as well. The Rock and Gremlin people, I wish that they were better. And I'm glad that Vanya and Cole didn't get together, and I never took it as though they were a couple per se. I just thought, oh, they're friends. But Wu's character arc was not handled the best, with him having a midlife crisis and everything like that. I did not like that. But the action is still pretty incredible and great, and just like the rest of the post March of the Ownee seasons and Wild Brain Studios seasons, the animation here is just so fun and vibrant. Coming in at number 6 for me has got to go to Season 3, Rebooted. Now, I wish that there were a lot more episodes inside of this season. It's a nice season for Zane, though. I can't understand why there are less episodes because, you know, Digital Overlord coming back. We've already done the Overlord story. Digital Overlord, there's only so many episodes you can do that with. So I'm glad that they did 8 episodes, and I think that the island actually could have benefited with 8 episodes, but that's neither here or there. As Zane wasn't my favorite character, this season actually makes me like him a lot more and gave him way more personality. And spoiler alert, he dies in the end. I love the Technoblades and the Ninjroids and all the technological advancements that this season has as its central story. I think all of that is pretty great. And just seeing these characters again after what could have been the last season for Ninjago with season 2, I just thought it made the experience so much better on my last rewatch. But Cole and Nia together was trash. Real quick, before I get into my top 5 list, I'd like to take the time to say that if you are a big fan of Ninjago, which you probably are, that's why you're watching this video, click that playlist up above for everything Ninjago related that I have on my channel. Also, if you are a big fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you guys can check out that playlist down below in the description for all of my Falcon and the Winter Soldier reviews that are on the regular podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into my top 5. Kicking off my top 5 list has got to go to Season 9, Hunted. I love seeing Wu grow up with his original ninja team, and I just thought that was brilliant. Everything going on in the Ownee and Dragon Realm, all of that was brilliant, with Cole being the father figure and also having the other ninja mentor, Master Wu, as he's growing up. All of that was executed amazing here, and it definitely worked. They found a way to juggle 2 stories on 2 different realms that all collided in an epic conclusion, and it all had setup, and also it paid off everything that came before in season 8. Lloyd not having his powers, we see him struggle, so when he does get his powers back at the end of this season, all of that set up with him accepting that he doesn't have his powers anymore, with him still being able to become the leader, all of that worked in the end with him getting his powers back. I love the resistance. I love everything going on in Ninjago because that's an interesting concept that they should do more of. But I just think that Wu and his original team Ninja, that little story arc on the Ownee and Dragon Realm, was the best part about this season. Coming in at number 4 for me has got to go to The Legacy of the Green Ninja Season 2. Though full of filler, I think that the episodes worked as a training part of Lloyd's journey. But once we go on the Island of Darkness, everything about this season is amazing. It ends with an amazing conclusion that works as a series finale while also leaving the door open for a possible future. And I just love the fact that this season just pays off everything that was set up inside of the pilots and also Rise of the Snakes in such a fascinating way that, you know, you could forget about all the filler episodes, because once you get to the Island of Darkness, all of that doesn't matter. We're just going full gear into the final battle. And if Ninjago ended off here, and even in March of the Ownee, I would still feel satisfied. Kicking off my top 3 list has got to go to Season 5, Possession. I just love the fact that at the end of this season, it has consequences for the series going forward. Case in point, Skybound. This is actually one of the darkest seasons, and it's not just because most of the scenes are set at night, it's because of its themes. This feels like the most cinematic of all of the seasons, with this big scale and scope, and the stakes are just huge. And we also have the ninja just fighting a freaking realm, and it has the best villain to me in Moro, because he is just the guy that was trained to believe that he was the Green Ninja. And once that didn't happen, of course, you as someone who grew up without nothing, being told that you could be something more than yourself, and then you find out that that person is not you, it's gonna hurt you. And I think that they did a great job with portraying Moro in this season as a sympathetic villain that you can get along with, but you're also kind of scared of. My runner-up at number 2 has got to go to the Tournament of Elements Season 4. I just love the fact that it expands the elemental mythology, like I said inside of this video. You're going to hear it one more time. And I just love the fact that the team is reunited once again to find Zane, because after Season 3, they kind of split up and went their separate ways. I like the interesting concept inside of it. It's executed very well with Chen and also the island and just the Tournament of Elements themselves. I think all of that is pretty great. Incorporating Skylar and Kai as a couple, I think that was pretty good also. And it's just so much fun seeing all of these elemental masters in an underground fight club with the mystery that's honestly pretty great and exciting. Everything about this season just works for me on so many levels. Let's not forget the central theme of fear here, and also we get to see a new Zane, a titanium one. But speaking of a season that works for me on so many levels, coming in at my number 1 has got to go to Season 8, The Sons of Garmadon. This season just has the best animation to me. Ninjago City feels like a place that the ninja would actually be in and thrive in. The action set pieces are exciting but also visceral and just great. It also expands the Ninjago mythology a lot, with the Ownee and Dragon incorporated into the mix with the first Spinjitzu master, and also Lloyd being part Ownee and part Dragon, and Garmadon and Wu. All of that works inside of this season for expanding this Ninjago mythology. Like I said, the concept of the Sons of Garmadon is pretty great, as them idolizing this villain that basically saved the world inside of season 1. Again, going back to the victories that the team have inside of the first couple of seasons, having consequences on the seasons later. This season has dark, mature storytelling and themes that work better than Possession. And the team chemistry works the best here, and it also feels the most grounded and feels like these are actually real ninja. They're not doing air jitsu, which I kind of missed. They're not doing all of the stuff that they used to do, but I still think that it worked for the tone that they were going for. Harumi is predictable as the villain, but pretty great, and I love the fact that the villains win in the end, and it ends off in a cliffhanger that goes into season 9, which is one of the smoothest transitions that I have ever seen from any type of media. This is why Sons of Garmadon has to come in at number 1 for me. Alright guys, that was it for my ranking. Please note everything that I did say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list was certainly not the right list. It was just my list, and you are free to comment down below your ranking of all 17 Ninjago seasons, ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter, and also the links down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I will see you all next time. Peace.